You knew this was going to happen at one stage or another. We have yet another Gerann Garber special. But let this be said, he's actually giving me questions. Come on, people, give me questions. Seriously. You want to ask? I know you people are asking me questions out there. You just got to send me the questions. Co92 does it. Gerann Garber does it. The Commander does it. You can as well. That's all it takes. Just ask a question and I will answer it as to the best of my abilities. And his first question. Have you ever made a difference in someone's life whereby it changed their whole perspective for the future? That is an interesting question. As a humble human being, I wouldn't honestly know if I had made a difference because of the fact that I don't purposely put myself up on a pedestal. If somebody comes up and says, you know, you made me shoot for the stars, you made me up my game, or you know, inspired me to pick up a camera and do what you're doing, I've never really had anybody come up to me and do that, with the exception of the Phoenix, because I have noticed in the last few years he has been improving his style of editing and his techniques a little bit. So if I probably had someone to put a pin on to say that I had inspired someone to do better with themselves, it would probably be him. But other than that, I can't think of too many people who have done that, because I've never really had anybody come up to me and actually say that. If they're thinking it but they're just, you know, too shy to say it, that's all chill, you know. At the end of the day, I'm just happy just to entertain and just to inform my audience, which, by the way, I'm coming up for 8 years strong this May, since first opening up my YouTube account on May 17, 2007. Nearly 8 years and I still love this. It's a beautiful thing. And on to his second question. What are the best moments you have ever encountered from the original series up to Star Trek Into Darkness? I was never huge on the original series, not through a lack of caring, not for being ignorant. It's because I never really got into the series per se. I did like the fact that the late Leonard Nimoy was just very logical and reasonable as Spock, and you know, just the way that they were trying to be pioneers with the original series. Like, for example, having the first woman up in space with Nichelle Nichols as Lieutenant Uhura. You know, that was, nobody did that back in the day, so that was something. But in terms of Star Trek, I would say if my allegiance lied anywhere with Star Trek is with Next Generation, purely because the way Sir Patrick Stewart would play Captain Jean-Luc Picard with logic, reason, and just being able to keep your emotions in check and just do the right thing for the crew of the Starship Enterprise D. You know, he just carried himself with so much maturity and wisdom. I thought, I like this guy. You know, he has it up there. I'd say one of the stories I did like from that particular series was when Counselor Troy gave birth to her son in that series, but he grew so quickly, and he was actually the energy represented as a person that was causing so many problems with the ship, and he eventually just disappeared and, you know, just turned it back into pure energy. And that was quite a tearjerker, because you actually felt for Counselor Troy at that stage. Like, wow, you know, you get your first kid and then you gotta let go of him. And I was like, ow, that hurt. But as for the movies, this is one that this is a moment that me and Lily Livers like from the first J.J. Abrams movies, when you see Leonard Nimoy as Spock Prime, who has time travelled into the past, meeting up with Chris Pine's James T. Kirk. He goes, "Who are you?" "I have always and shall be forever your friend. I am Spock." You just see Chris Pine go, "Bullshit." And me and Lily were just laughing ourselves into hysterics. And Lils, if you're watching this, glad you enjoyed that movie. Really do. And his third question. What are your thoughts on Undertaker losing at WrestleMania? This question again. Not the same question from him, but people have been asking me about this for some time. Do you think fans are not going to support him anymore? Right. Let's just shoot everything down to, to logic and reason. I will agree, number one, it was a dumbass decision to end the streak. But I don't think fans are just going to suddenly turn their back on the WWE's longest ever serving superstar. I mean, the man who has made more appearances at WrestleMania than Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, The Rock, and even the WWE's Hall of Famer showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. He's my second favourite wrestler, by the way. Taker once said that the streak does not define his career. Yes, it was a huge part of his career. I mean, up until last year, this man had 21 consecutive results winning at WrestleMania. That is unheard of. That is unprecedented. If any superstar was trying to match and outdo the streak today, they would have to start early, mid-20s and hope to finish, say, 47, 49, provided they steered clear of injuries, just to be able to either replicate The Undertaker's record or to surpass it. And best I can tell, there is nobody on that roster to go to WrestleMania to be undefeated, just to be able to try and, lay waste to the Taker's record. Although most people would argue Lesnar did that last year. But it was McMahon who chose to end the streak. And may I just say, Mackie, that was not one of your best decisions. But it doesn't tarnish The Undertaker's legendary career whatsoever in any regard. Because considering the matches, rivalries this man has had with Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Kane, Big Show, Jake the Snake Roberts, and he's had one or two matches with the late Yokozuna. This man has been there, done it all, and done more than more people could think of doing. And, 22 matches at WrestleMania. Granted, it should have been 22-0, but that's just sour grapes talking on my behalf. This man had a Hall of Fame career cemented by the time he got to 10-0 at WrestleMania 18 against Ric Flair. So, this does not tarnish The Undertaker's reputation or his career in any shape, regard, or manner. The Undertaker is set for the Hall of Fame when he has decided that he can't go anymore, or if he just wants to call it a day. Which, going by his health in the last few years, only judging by what I've seen at the past few WrestleManias, I think we're getting that little bit closer to him going like, enough, I'm done. But we shall see. I mean, Taker versus Wyatt. That'll be interesting. Shut up, Wade. I haven't forgotten. But those have been your questions for this round of Ask the Night this week. You know the routine by now. Send a question to my Twitter link in the outro, comment section below, or go straight to the Dynamic Night Entertainment webpage. But until then, folks, ask again, and good night from the night.